Wife invites her ex to the delivery room. Husband's silent revenge will shock you. Jason sat across the dinner table from his pregnant wife, Amber, watching her stir her mashed potatoes without really eating. At 8 months along, she carried herself with a glow that no longer felt like joy but entitlement. Their laughter from years ago, late-night pizza, and whispered promises felt like a memory from another life. Now every word felt like it might cut. Amber leaned back, her smirk sharp. "I've been thinking," she said casually. "I want Derek in the delivery room with me. He gives me strength you never could. Please don't say no." Jason froze, his fork hovering midair. "What did you just say?" His voice was steady, but there was a tremor beneath it. Amber laughed lightly, rolling her eyes. "Don't be so dramatic. I want both of you there. Derek knows how to calm me down." Her tone was careless, but Jason caught the challenge in her eyes, the curl of her lips daring him to object. Derek Lawson. The man she once called her biggest mistake. The man who had abandoned her years ago, leaving her sobbing in Jason's arms. And yet here she was, carrying Jason's child, or so he thought, and inviting her ex into the most private moment of their lives. Jason set his fork down without a word. He rose from the table slowly, deliberately, and walked away. Amber scoffed behind him. "Don't be childish. It's just the delivery room." But Jason didn't answer. That night, lying awake in the dark, her words echoed in his mind. "Derek gives me strength." Unless? The next morning, Jason accompanied Amber to her prenatal checkup. Pulling aside Dr. Paul Jennings, an old family friend, Jason quietly asked, "Can you get a DNA sample? I need to know if this child is mine." A week later, the envelope came. Jason sat alone, staring at the bold letters. Not the father. The paper crumpled in his fists as Amber's smug dinner table laugh replayed in his head. She hadn't let Derek go. She had built this child with him. Jason didn't confront her. His anger froze into something colder, sharper. That night, he kissed her forehead tenderly. In the morning, he brewed her tea and smiled as though nothing had changed. She thought his patience meant weakness. She didn't know it was the silence of a storm gathering. Days passed. Jason played the devoted husband. He cooked her meals, listened to her talk about nursery paint, even agreed when she suggested Derek join them at future appointments. Each time, Amber smiled with smug relief, certain she had tamed him. But behind his calm exterior, Jason moved quietly. He went downtown, met with a lawyer, and filed for divorce. The prenup ensured she would walk away with nothing. The lawyer warned most men would explode, but Jason only replied, "Most men lose control. I won't." The paper sat hidden in his desk, beside the DNA results, waiting. Jason shared only one detail with his best friend, Mark Dalton. He gave him a spare key and simple instructions. When the call came, he would move fast. No questions. No hesitation. When Amber invited Derek over for dinner, Jason grilled chicken, smiling as though nothing was wrong. Amber draped her arm around Derek's shoulders too long, laughing smugly. Derek clapped Jason on the back, saying he admired his composure. Jason only smiled. Neither man saw the tightening of his knuckles on the spatula or the patience burning in his silence. Then the night came. Amber woke Jason with a cry, clutching her belly. "My water broke." He helped her dress, calm and steady, even as she called Derek, gasping for him to meet them at the hospital. Under the fluorescent lights, nurses wheeled Amber toward the delivery room. Jason held one of her hands. Derek rushed in and took the other. "I'm here," Derek panted. Amber's whole face lit up. The nurse paused. "Which of you is the father?" Amber, through pain, said, "Both. I want them both." Jason's lips curved faintly. "You heard her." Hours blurred in a chaos of beeping machines and shouted instructions. Amber cried out, clutching both men's hands. Derek whispered encouragement. Jason wiped her forehead with a cool cloth. To everyone else, it looked like two men fighting silently for the same woman. Only Jason knew the truth, that one was already losing everything, and the other was too blind to see it coming. And as Amber screamed through the pain, Jason's phone buzzed quietly in his pocket. A single message sent to Mark. Now. At that exact moment, her belongings were being packed from the house she thought was still hers. Amber believed she was bringing life into the world surrounded by the men who loved her. What she didn't know was that Jason had already written the ending to her story, and the moment she stepped out of that hospital, her world would collapse.